All right. So, hello, everybody. Roll call. Who is here? I'm here. Alma's here, and we are ready to go. Um, so let us know in the comments if you are here, and we are ready to get started with reading our Prairie Trail Readathon books. Do you have anything, Alma, that you are planning to read tonight, like during the sprints?
Yes, I am. I started 3 books today. I'm very ambitious.
3 books. Wow.
Well, yeah, I usually read like 3 or 4 at a time because
Yeah.
I'll read
Same.
I'll read one and then I have an audio and then I'll have a digital.
Yeah.
Usually, and sometimes I have 2. Actually, I'll have two hard paperbacks. But anyway, I'm reading tonight. I'm going to read Love Comes Softly. Have you ever read this one?
I read that so long ago when I was a young teenager. That was like one of the first romances my mom let me read. And I have not reread it since. Like I read the whole series.
Yeah.
So I do want to read it. And if I can, I might read that this month. But I have so many other books on my list.
Well, this one's short.
It is.
It's only, that's why I was like, ooh, this is short. It's only 188 pages. 1979.
Yeah. Wow.
Is when it came out.
Are you serious? It's that old?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so old.
I was 10 years old when this book came out. That's why I didn't read it.
Wow.
But, I saw the movie years ago.
Yeah, same.
So, well, since it's so short, will it cover the whole movie? Because I know there's a series.
There's a whole series, but the rest of the series is like her children.
Okay, because I know they did other movies as well.
Okay, I never watched.
The little girl got older, and then I think, like when the daughter, what's the daughter's name?
Missy or something like that. No, Missy is the main girl, right? The first one.
No, that's Marty.
Marty. Okay,
Marty's
and then Missy is the daughter.
And Missy is the daughter.
Yeah.
So I'm reading that, and this is my dysentery. I'll have to tell you a funny story about this.
Okay.
So my pastor, he comes up to me and goes, "Oh, I saw your vlog." It's not a vlog. It's not a vlog.
That's hilarious.
He goes, he was busting. He said he was laughing because when I mentioned dysentery, I was laughing and he goes, "Dysentery? Why is she laughing?" And I'm like, oh my goodness. He just thought that was hilarious. And I was like, I don't remember making a joke about dysentery.
That's funny.
I don't remember. Maybe I did. But it's.
I'm guessing dysentery was no joke for the people who had it, but nowadays it is kind of like.
Well, because I told him it's based on. She got it from the game, and I said, "Did you ever play the game?" And he goes, "Yeah, I played the game."
Everybody dies of dysentery, like.
But he was like, he thought that was. I should have said, "Hey, did you like and subscribe?"
Yeah, exactly. Hello, Morgan.
He said he wanted a comment because he didn't want anybody to get on.
Oh.
I'm like, no, he didn't comment.
That's funny. That's funny. Hello, Morgan. She is reading This Road We Traveled by Jane Kirkpatrick. What is that one about? Because she has so many.
I didn't realize that she writes a lot of books.
She does.
In Oregon Trail time, that.
Yes.
So that was one that I almost got. I got the Rivers one that you have as well.
Yeah.
And then The Name of Your Own is the other one I picked up. And then I read hers last year. I read, and that one was pretty good too.
Yeah, the one that I read by her, I mentioned it in my suggestions video. I can't remember the title at the moment. All That She Lost, I don't know. But it was good. It was very heavy. And I don't know, a little bit like the story was kind of slow paced. The pacing was slow in the storytelling. So I knew that if I picked up another one by her, like I had to be prepared for heavy and a little bit slower pacing. And I'm not always in the mood for that. So I've dragged my feet to pick them up.
But, a lot of these are going to be very heavy.
Yes, I know. It's such a heavy topic, unfortunately.
And then I remembered the one that you read last year from Sandra Dallas, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to read that because you didn't like that one.
Yeah. Oh my, Lauren and I, like, we were rage reading it by the end.
Yeah, so I was like, no, I'll pass on that one. I mean, she has other ones that I could have picked.
Yeah, because the one you guys read, you really liked that one.
Yeah, well, it was because of it was about the Mormon cart, and that one was. It was like every chapter I was telling Cheryl, I mean, it can't get any worse for these people.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It was just horrible.
Endless tragedy. Yeah. I'm not sure if I can read any more by Sandra Dallas. I think I'm, I'm gun shy now. It was so bad.
Well, I've read more since then.
Yeah. And they were good.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm reading Where the Lost Wander because I picked that up from my library last week.
You know,
I'm also reading 2 at a time.
What? Are you doing Chantel's summer thing, Passport, by any chance?
Yes. Yeah.
That's your work. If you haven't done it already, the 5 questions, like what, who, what, where, and why.
Oh, right. You know, I had another one that.
Did you have one already?
Yeah, I can't remember now what it was. Oh, I think it was like a journalism book, like it was written by a journalist. So he was like, you know, answering all the who, what, when, where, why questions.
I may have to reread that one because I don't have any, and it's for August, and I want to try to get all the things. So
yeah, I know. There's so many options. I'm reading this one, Women's Diaries of the Westward Journey. Although when I started it, I was a little disappointed that the first half of it, like fully the first half of it, is just actually history, like pretty detailed history of the actual Oregon Trail from the perspective of the women, the mothers, and the young wives who went on it. So it is interesting, but I was expecting like all diaries, like actual diaries. That's only the second half of the book. But I mean, I got that far
already. Did you?
Yeah. This part is the part I've read. So, I mean, it was interesting. She said, sorry, I dropped my bookmark.
Yeah.
She said that the overland trail, which I don't know if she meant from the East Coast to the West Coast or from Missouri on, but she called it the Overland Trail. She said it was farther than traveling across the full Atlantic Ocean. I had never thought about that before, but that makes sense because the U.S. spans 4 time zones.
And, I see what you mean. Yeah, and the Atlantic isn't as wide as the Pacific.
So, as the span of the country. And I had never thought that before. Like it was actually, and it was more dangerous and harder to go overland at that time than it would have been to go by boat to across the world, which is crazy. Yeah. So we got a lot of comments.
I don't know if I would have went on that trip.
Oh, I know.
That could be like the first people that did it. Like you don't know what you're going to run into.
I cannot even imagine. Hello, Sandra. Glad you were here for whatever time you can be here. Hello, Andrea.
Oh, hi, Andrea.
So excited. Can't wait. Remember My Royalty by Hannah E. Griggs. Okay. That is.
I'm loving all the books everybody's.
Yes. I saw that you mentioned this actually in Discord, but I don't think I've ever heard of that title. I'm curious. And Sandra is reading Eleanora's diary. Now, is that like an actual diary or is it fiction? Like fiction or nonfiction? I'm curious. Lydia brought Laura by Donald Zuckert and The Deer Slayer by James Fenimore Cooper to start. Awesome. Let me know how you like Laura because that's on my TBR too, eventually. I've had it for like 2 years and I haven't picked it up. Okay, Diana's here. Hello. Morgan says her book is about Tabitha Brown and her travels on the Oregon Trail. It says she's known as the mother of Oregon. Okay, that's cool. I like the sound of that.
Wow, the Remembering book. They leave Scotland to go, and their destination's gonna be Texas.
Wow.
So they're going to cross that ocean and the country.
Wow. So they're going the whole way. Hello, Linda. Welcome.
A little bit of the Alamo in there, too. That's cool.
Oh, wow. So Diana is whoa, you just started that this morning, right? Wow. You know, that was the other book because I picked the Loneliness and Isolation was, okay, I can't figure out where I'm holding things up. Loneliness and Isolation was the first card that I picked this, or the second card that I picked this morning after the social media fast one. I was like, what? And so I had this book and I had A Lady's Life in the Rocky Mountains. And my heart really wanted to read that one. But I was like, I've had this one on my shelf. I need to read it. So I went with this one, but I do want to read A Lady's Life in the Rocky Mountains because I have it from the library. But I have this thing about reading the books on my shelf. I need to get them read. Let's see. Andrea says, Remember My Royalty is new this year, I believe. It's about the Texas Revolution. Oh, and combines the author's Scottish and Texan roots. A couple of Scots who participated in the Alamo. Well, that is very interesting. My brother lives in San Antonio. I mean, they're going to be moving to North Carolina soon, but.
I remember going there years ago when my husband was in the service. San Antonio was the base. His basic training, and we went sightseeing and went there.
Yeah. I went there as a teenager, but haven't been there since then. And Linda is reading Prairie Lotus. That's a middle grade, right?
I thought of that too, that it was, I can picture the cover.
Yeah, same. I can't remember exactly what it's about, but I think it's about a girl by the Oregon Trail. I think my copy of Laura has been on my shelves for almost 5 years. Okay, so I don't feel so bad. And Linda says, yes, middle grade. Okay. Well, I know that, clearly Diana has read half of her book. And I know that Victoria at Hot Cocoa Books has already finished one. That girl is crazy.
Fast readers.
Yes. And I had a lot of reading time for me today because we were on the road. Okay, let me just tell you guys about my day today. Alma knows, but
I want to hear how it all panned out for you.
So first of all, last night I went to bed not feeling well. My son has been sick the whole week and he decided to give whatever he gave to me. So I'm feeling okay at the moment, but like it's like some kind of head cold or whatever. It's really annoying. Anyway, I was like, oh, great. I have a busy day tomorrow. How am I going to get everything done? But by God's grace, I've actually managed to get through the whole day. My husband and I went to my boys went to see a movie. They went to see the new Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man, right? Yeah, they went to see the new Spider-Man movie. And then while they were gone, my husband and I went to the farmer's market and we ran a bunch of errands. We had to buy a birthday present. We had to bring stuff to the post office and the UPS, and we ran a whole bunch of errands. And then as soon as the boys came back from the movie, we had to make sure they were all packed up. And then we had to drive them an hour and a half to Maryland to my in-laws because they're going to go with my in-laws youth group to camp in North Carolina for the next week. So we had to drive them up there. And so we spent a little time chatting with family, and then we had to come back to Virginia, like basically turn around and come back to Virginia. And we went to my nephew's birthday party.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said birthday party too.
Yes, went to his birthday party and then came from there to church because we're having, it's sort of like a VBS, but it's called Skills Camp. And it's like, they have like a baking track and robotics track and a soccer track. And tonight's the closing night. And I didn't volunteer this year, but my husband works here at the church. He's the building manager. So he has to get the building ready for church tomorrow after the VBS is over, or the skills camp. So that's why I'm here. I'm in my husband's office at the church and waiting for him to be done. So
he doesn't have to be the last one to lock up, does he?
Not necessarily, because he can set the doors to lock behind whoever leaves and just tell them, like, last one out, turn off the lights.
Yeah.
But he's not going to leave until everything is set up for church tomorrow. So however long that takes, who knows? I have no idea. So heads up to those of you who are joining us. At some point, I'm going to have to disappear and travel home. So it's about half an hour away. Yeah. So anyway, that was my busy day. But in my 3 hours of riding on the road, I was able to read significantly through this, the Women's Diaries. And then I got started on Where the Lost Wander. But my bookmark fell out. So I don't know where I am in there.
So you said are you picking them as you go? Like when you finish a book, are you going to pick another card, or did you pick all of your cards already?
I did not pick them all already. I mean, I kind of have in mind like books that would work for each one. So I'm kind of picking them as I go, kind of like I did with the deck of TBR-a-thon. But
like drawing them.
Right. Yes. Drawing as I go. But along the way, I may have to fudge a little bit and maybe choose some specifically because like you and I have a buddy read that we need to get started on at some point. And then I'm doing a buddy read with Lauren, one of my subscribers. And then I do need to get started on the longer one, the Jubilee Trail, sooner rather than later because
I feel like 500.
Yeah.
500
yeah. I mean, I think it will be an easy read. I don't think it's not like literary fiction. It's just a novel. At least the other one I read by her was like that. It wasn't hard to read, but at the same time, it's still a lot of pages, a lot of words.
I know. I have one that's over 500 pages, and I need to start it at the beginning of the month.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. We'll do a few more comments and then maybe do some sprints. Diane said, yes, she started this morning. The writing is lovely. I think if you pick it up, you'll just fly through it. Okay, now I'm getting really excited. So regardless of what happens, I'm going to have to pick that one at some point this month. Sandra says, it's the diary of a 10-year-old girl who moved with family in England in the 1800s to New York and then Ontario. It is a year of her diaries with drawings, ads, and contextual stuff. Oh, that's fun. Year to Migrate. So that was Prairie Lotus, right? I think is what she's talking about. She's the one who said she was reading that, right? Oh, no, Linda said she was reading that. What is Sandra? What book is it, Sandra? I'm sorry. I'm trying to track back up to.
It's the diary, Eleanor's diary.
Eleanor's diary. Okay. That's really cool. I like the idea of having the other elements in there, the drawings and ads and stuff. How cool. That's fun. Very nice. All right. So how about we do some sprints until, let's see, until 10 till. So 8:50. If I can figure out how to do all of this.
Oh, there's Jamie. She found us.
Oh, yay.
She didn't find us at first, but she's like, I found you.
Oh, good. Until 50. Oh, how did that exclamation point get in there? Pardon. Boop. Okay. So, okay. Let me turn that on and we'll get started. And I will see you all in about half an hour.
Ready?
Okay. How did everybody do on those sprints? I read like, how far did I get? I guess I read 25-ish pages. Pretty good.
I got a chapter done. It's so funny to read it because I'm picturing the actors.
Oh, yeah, from the movie.
Yeah. And the one in here, she's a lot meaner.
Oh.
Right away, she's like, but I guess, it was like the day after her husband, I think it was the day they buried him that he said, hey,
And was she a Christian at the beginning?
No.
I didn't think so, yeah. I feel like
No.
that's part of it is
And
her.
She wasn't in the movie either, but in this one, she definitely is not.
Interesting. So. All right, Jamie found us. Yay! Yeah, I think it was set to unlisted rather than public, which was my fault. But I think I fixed it. Happy reading to all. Yes, hope you all did well with your reading. I'll get to those comments in a second. Miriam, welcome. Another fast reader. Look at that. She finished Little House on the Prairie earlier today. Starting Where the Lost Wander. Hey, I am also reading Where the Lost Wander. We'll have to compare thoughts. I thought that the what did they call it? A prologue at the beginning was like, whoa. And then it goes back in time with chapter 1.
Oh, I was trying to think. And then when you said that, yes.
And so now I know we're going to have to relive that scene. And I'm like, no. All right, Tana, welcome. I'm late washing dishes while I listen to Angel of Mercy by Tracy Peterson.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, it doesn't fit for this readathon. It's been a long time since I have read anything by Tracy Peterson.
Yeah.
Hello, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl's here.
Watch the beginning. Well, she said she can't stay. If we're still on, she'll join us later. So hopefully we're going to party hard. Yeah. We'll see. And Victoria's here. Hello, Victoria. And Lucy. Lucy's working as always. Hardworking girl. Bethany is here. Hi, Bethany. Had a super slow Saturday and you read so much. That's awesome. Love a slow Saturday. Uh-oh, we lost Alma. Where's she?
I'm here. I just need to close the door.
Oh, okay. So she disappeared. Lucy says she read chapter 1 of The Doctor's Lady by Jodie Headland during her break, and it was so good. She's already invested. Awesome. I read that last year or the year before. It's pretty good. They're interesting people, Marcus and Narcissa Whitman. Nice job to Bethany and Lucy. And yes, I agree. I do. Marriage of Convenience is one of my favorites. I have a Marriage of Convenience in my
This
TV.
one's definitely a Marriage of Convenience.
Yes, for sure. Victoria says, I probably read way too much today. Is that a thing? No. I mean, as long as, your children weren't injured and dying in the car.
they got fed.
Let's see. Victoria says, I love how this scenery looks like the opening scene from the old Little House on the Prairie show. Oh, yeah. See, I typed in prairie ambiance, and that's what it gave me. I mean, it's more like mountain ambiance, but it works, right? All right. Andrea read 9 pages. Good job. Alma, I did that when I read that book too. Pictured the actors. It's hard to distance from the act, like when you've seen a movie.
Yeah.
Like when I read Pride and Prejudice, I always see Jennifer. I don't know how to say her last name. Jennifer L. whatever, and Colin Firth as Lizzie and Darcy.
And I picture the newer ones because that's the only one I've seen.
Yeah, Keira Knightley and I forget his name.
I don't even know his name, but yeah, him. The one that does the walk. The famous walk.
Yes. Matthew something, I think. I forget.
I think that sounds.
I'm bad with actors. But Miriam read and listened to about 6% of Where the Lost Wander. Yeah, you'll have to tell me your thoughts about that prologue. Jamie listened to a chapter as she ran to the dollar store. Oh, you must be getting ready for your classroom.
Yeah.
Finished Prairie Loaded.
Finished it.
Nice. Was it good? I've read over 500 pages today, girl. But one book was small and easy, one of the Dear America books.
Oh, yeah. She read the Hattie story. That one, we read that last year.
Nice. I don't think I've ever read any of them.
They're good.
Pages reading. Okay. What language is this even? Cheratons or Cheratons, Kyreus, and Calero. That's my best guess. Lydia read a chapter. Very good. Very good. Janie has hardly read today. Are you busy getting your classroom ready? Downloaded the Gutenberg Press version of the Isabella Bird book. Oh, nice. So you have it on Kindle. Yay, Lydia. I read 11 pages, I think, on letter 7. Yes. I knew it was Matthew something or other. So, all right. So we have about half of the people here, although I don't know that everybody is officially like on a team. I think we have like a total of 30 people, close to 30 people for the Prairie Trail Readathon as a whole, like specifically signed up to be on a team. I think other people are participating, but not on a team per se. Anyway, so roll call. Tell us in the comments if you are
What
California or Oregon. Yeah. Let's see. Paige says, it's considered the earliest surviving romance stories of Greece and the Western world. It's estimated to have been written 100 years after the New Testament was. I've been waiting for it from my library. That's really intriguing. Okay, so Greek is the language. So that changes how one would pronounce it. Because those CHs would be like k, I think. Sorry, now I want to go back and see if I can read it again. Keratons, Kyreus, and Calero. Keratons. Interesting. Very cool. And did you enjoy it? Was it interesting? Was it hard to read? Diane is... Oh, I skipped some people. Oops, sorry. That was not intentional. Okay. My cursor is not moving correctly. Here we go. Okay. Start at the top of this list. Victoria is Team California.
Yeah. Another Cali.
Team Oregon. Yay! Has the challenge participation grown since last summer? You know, I'm not sure because I didn't do teams last summer. It was pretty popular, but I think that it has grown, yes. I would say so. But I don't know. I don't have specific numbers from last year, so I couldn't tell you. I could look up how many people actually submitted points, because I know some people just participated for fun and some people actually participated for points. And it was like an individual one. And I probably had about 20 people submitting points-ish, something like that. Mm-hmm. All right. Diane is Team Cali. Look at you guys representing. Good job.
California.
And Sandra is Team Oregon. Yes. Jamie had to go to a funeral today. I'm sorry. One of my old boss's father plus other connections to me. Small town. Well, I am sorry to hear that. Yay, another Team Oregon. Condolences for Jamie. Just started.
Cute.
Carius. Okay.
Yes, you were close. I think. Actually, I think you said that.
Yeah, I think I did Kyreus, maybe some Kyreus. I feel like the A and the E together, but I might be like thinking Latin. Sweet, that's good growth. Yeah, it is. And a lot of people who did it last year were interested in participating again. Like I had multiple people saying, I hope you do that again. So it's a fun topic. And I think like a lot of people my age have nostalgia about the Oregon Trail game and also the Little House on the Prairie TV series. So yeah, there's a little bit of nostalgia about the topic. Kaliroe. Okay, that one was wrong. Or Kaliroe. Okay. So each vowel is separate in that one. Cool. I have to Google LOL. Same.
Yep.
Same. Jamie says, I filmed my TBR and monthly wrap up. Don't know when I will get to film again. Officially back to the classroom next week. I know how that goes.
They already went back to school. They already went back to school around here. They went back on Thursday.
That's so sad. I am enjoying every moment of summer, but next Monday, I go not this coming Monday, but the following one. I have teacher training that week. Then we have a week off, and school starts the following Wednesday. So, but in that interview,
end of August, then, right?
Yeah, we're always the last Wednesday in August, which is nice. A lot of times, there's the public schools around here start back the week before we do. So we have that week where, like, everywhere is empty, like nobody's doing anything because they're all at school, and we're still enjoying summer. It's always nice. But this year I'm going to Florida in that intervening week for a few days to celebrate my sister's 50th birthday. So I'm going to eke out every last moment of summer. Yes, to the nostalgia. Yeah. All right, Victoria's off to bed. All right. Okay. All right, sorry, you might have a brief interruption here. So good night, Victoria. And Diane says nighty night. Okay, so what book is everyone most looking forward to in August? Smile, you're on camera. I'm just kidding.
You're on live camera. Which one are we looking forward to the most?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
That's a hard call for me. I have to think about it a minute.
I have a couple that I like. The one about the river, one more river to cross.
Mm-hmm.
That one sounds really good. And then I'm reading the one I already started, but I'm doing it on Libby, is The Hope of Azure Springs by Rachel Fordham. Have you read that?
I've not read that one. I've read one or two by her, but not that one.
And it starts off really like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Kind of like Where the Lost Wander.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Just kind of like that. So I think that's going to be a good one.
Yeah. I do think that it's interesting because I kind of was just for fun, honestly, did the triggering challenge prompt. But the truth of the matter is it's actually pretty perfect for this readathon.
Yeah, I think pretty much a lot of
because of all the readathons, like of all of the reading subjects, this one has a lot of hard things. It was a hard life and terrible things happened to some of the people. So
I think somebody in our California team was reading 1,000 White Women.
Oh yeah, I've not read that.
One. Huh? You've read that one?
I've not. No.
Yeah, I read that last year.
Yeah.
And that one is some really bad stuff.
Yeah.
And not necessarily related to, has to do with violence against women.
Oh.
Yeah. And I wasn't expecting that when I read it. And I'm like, oh gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
I told her, hey, that's definitely a trigger.
Yeah. Trigger warnings.
Yes. Really horrible.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and some of the choices they had to make, like I was just reading just now, there we go. In this book, so a lot of times extended families would go together, like father and mother and all their children, but their grown adult children would also come with their families, and plus like cousins and siblings of the adult. Anyway, like large extended family groups would go. But they were talking about one family group where, so there were the parents and some other assorted relatives all traveling together, but then their oldest daughter and her husband already had 11 children by this point. So their whole entire
There was the whole wagon train was the whole
I
family.
know, right? All by themselves. But the daughter with her husband and 11 children, their wagons were more cumbersome because they had more stuff. And so it was taking them longer every day. And like they just kept drifting further and further behind. And finally, the rest of the men decided that they just needed to keep moving forward and they couldn't wait for them anymore. And so they had to make these really hard decisions. Part of the problem was that they had to get to the west by November at the latest, or they were dealing with snow. And some of the years the snow came earlier,
Right.
and like they were in a race against time. And so like you had to leave your family in the dust and trust that they would be okay. Like that would be so hard. And it was really hard for the mom, the older mom, to leave her daughter and grandkids, not only being able to hear occasionally randomly from strangers that they saw them somewhere.
Right, right.
Like that's just
that book that Victoria read, the Dear America book.
Yeah.
Had that,
Oh,
where
yeah.
they were like, they had to leave people behind. And I remember there was like an older couple that they just had to. And this is after they've already been checking furniture off. And
Yeah.
people, you know, they took their china or whatever. And after
Right.
a while, that was out too.
Yeah.
And they would just leave it on the side, and they'd go by and they'd see the stuff that other people left. And
Yeah.
so sad.
That is, yeah. I can't imagine. They were some hardy people for sure. Miriam says we're the Lost Wonder for sure. Also Grapes of Wrath and My Antonia if I get to them. By the way, I solved the mystery because I needed to know about the pronunciation of My Antonia, because like it looked like some people say My Antonia, which is how I would say that name, right? But then other people say My Antonia. I've always heard it Antonia since I was younger. So I looked it up. And the girl in the story by that name, she's Bohemian or Czech, as we would say. And so it's the Czech pronunciation. And the Czech pronunciation is Antonia.
Antonia?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And Willa Cather was very particular that her name be pronounced the Czech way. Right. And I found this website that has like the pronunciation of a name in like multiple different languages. And so I listened to that name in all of these languages. Czech was literally the only one that it was pronounced Antonia. And I was like, that's so funny. I wonder how that happened. Like, I'm curious about the etymology of that name, how they came to pronounce it differently.
If you listen to it on audio, they would say it that way or not.
I don't know. Apparently, Willa Cather in her day, she was very particular about it. That's what the almighty internet told me.
Yeah, she picked that name for a reason. So
yeah. Jamie has so many that she is excited about. Yeah, me too. It's kind of hard to narrow it down to one or two. I just want to read all of them, which is a lot. I don't think that's going to happen. To Victoria. Miriam also hopes to reread Redeeming Love. It's been too long. I reread that last year. So good. I think last year. Books 5 and 6 in Elaine Schultz's California Pioneer series are tops. Peace Like a River and Mercy So Tender. Never knew about these. 1 through 4 were repackaged as a quartet when I found them as a teen. Interesting. I don't think I've ever read those. Is that Christian fiction? Lydia's most excited for Deerslayer and most intrigued and nervous for Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. Yeah, I've read one book by Cormac McCarthy, and I don't know if I'm ready to read another one.
Is that The Road?
Yes. The road was it was something. And it was one of those ambiguous endings. I don't like those. Like, tell me what happens at the end, okay? Like, I need to know. I need to know. I choose to give it a positive interpretation, but I'm not really sure that's what he wanted me to do. Jamie says, I hope I can get to a reread of book 1 of The Californian by Lori Wick. Another one from my era. Vintage Christian fiction. I love it.
I haven't read her either.
Oh, yeah. Lori Wick and Jeanette Oak, I read everything they wrote when I was a teenager. All their books. Lydia's also really looking forward to revisiting the Little House series. I love Little House. We listened to those on audio a couple years ago. Well, it's probably been a few years now. When we drove out to Missouri to visit my family. It's been 3 years, maybe. We listened to several of them on the trip. And so good. So good. Yes, for the Little House series, I'm on the blank banks of Plum Creek. I like that one. I like that one. And I like, well, The Long Winter is really hard to read, but it sticks with you. But I also like Little Town on the Prairie. That might be my favorite one. I'm curious about Finding Flora, who flees to Alberta from an abusive husband. Ooh. So, Sandra, you have found all Canadian ones. That's awesome. Yes, they're Christian fiction. And I apparently dropped the second E on Elaine. Oops. Oopsie. Well, people drop the E in the end of my name all the time, so it's okay. In My Antonia, the character instructs on the pronunciation, if I remember correctly. Okay, well, that's helpful, actually. That's good that she did that. Or maybe it's the narrator. Either way, the pronunciation is made clear. That makes sense. I've never read it, so. It will be my first Cormac McCarthy. Well, I hope it's good. I hope you enjoy it. I mean, I think he's a good writer, for sure. The Road was just so unusual. The Schultz books are from the early 1990s. Yeah, more vintage Christian fiction. Yeah. It's so funny. The Christian fiction from my teenage years is vintage now.
Sad to say it that way.
Yeah. But it's fun to see, like, I'm seeing the younger, they're like women in their 20s and 30s, but booktubers are rediscovering Jeanette Oak and Lori Wick, and I think that's awesome. Mm-hmm. The new generation. Of course, probably the 5th or 6th reread of the Little House books. Yeah, I've read it, I think, total of 3 times. 3 times I've read. Some of them I've reread, maybe not in their entirety, but parts of them more than others. So not the entire series. The entire series I've pretty much read 3 times, I think, but I've read other parts of it more than that. But actually, it's funny because a lot of people, their association of Little House is with the TV series.
Yeah.
I have only seen a handful of the shows, actually, the episodes. My familiarity is all with the books because my sister had a whole set and I read them all when I was younger and I love them. I love the books themselves.
I read a few of them when I was in school, but I don't think I ever read the whole series. But I grew up on the TV show, so I know that more than I know the books.
Yeah. And I'm a little bit hesitant to watch the newer one. I mean, I don't even know if I can access it.
My younger brother, he messaged me. He asked me if I had watched it, and I said no. And he goes, he started watching the first episode. He goes, no, he didn't want it. He didn't like it.
Yeah.
He was just comparing it to the TV show. So
yeah,
it wasn't for him. He said he wanted to go back and watch the original show.
Yeah. Yeah. From what I'm hearing from different people, like they don't make it, like they don't add in stuff like the newer Anne of Green Gables series, they added in like unnecessary, I don't know, like crude stuff maybe, that were definitely not in the original and have nothing to do with the story. Mm-hmm. My understanding is that they haven't done anything like that to this one. Like they haven't made it crude or like over sexualized or anything like that. But they have like repackaged some things to be more kosher to a 21st century audience. And that involves adding like characters and storylines that aren't in the original books and actually wouldn't ever have happened. But so I don't think it makes it terrible. It's just not the same experience.
Yeah.
All right, Sandra is off to bed, 10:45. Yeah. And Jamie says, the Happy Golden Years is my favorite. I've only seen a few episodes. Yeah. I figured they would wokeify too much. Yeah. I mean, I think that they did a little bit in terms of like, particularly the racism and the interactions with like Native Americans and stuff. I think that they updated it, I guess, for a modern audience so it wouldn't be offensive. I think is what they did. So, um, all right. So, here is the situation. So I am about ready to head home. I'm not at home at the moment, for those of you who are not here when I explained earlier. Oh, yes, Lydia. Yes, that is the other thing I heard. That, what is his name? Michael Landon. He incorporated a lot of faith elements. And obviously, faith was very important to the Ingalls family. When I went to D. Smith, South Dakota a couple years ago, like he helped other men build the church there. That was like one of the first buildings that they built there. And it was and they attended that church. It was like down the street from their house. So their faith was very important to them. And it features a lot in her books. So yes, I did hear, like, not that it goes against faith at all, but it's just kind of like absent.
Not there at all. Huh.
Yeah. I think it's just trying to appeal to a broader audience, but it's sad that that's how they feel like. Yeah. Diana, same thought. Anyway, as I was saying, I have to head home because I'm not currently at home. And so Alma is going to get the sprints going, and it will be approximately a half hour, which is about how long it will take me to get home. So we'll start sprinting now and go to, well, it's about the same time as last time. We'll say 50-ish, give or take a few minutes. So if you want to go ahead and...
Do I have to unmute, or will it play even if I'm muted?
It will play even if you're muted. So
Okay.
You can mute yourself, but if you see the little volume thing on the screen sharing thing, do you see a little volume thing? Oh, I can see
it. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Mute there. Yeah. I see that where it says I can mute screen audio, but I won't do that because I want to let it play.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me see before you go.
So I'll add it to the stage, so then it's there, and then you just hit play, I think, and then it should be good. Are you on the tab with the the YouTube tab?
There we go.
There we go. Perfect. All right, I'm going to disappear. I will see you all in half an hour-ish.
Okay, hopefully y'all can hear me, and hopefully I can't take that banner off though, unfortunately. I don't know how to do that, but hopefully Anne will be back, and hopefully you had a nice reading sprint there. I finished one more chapter in my book, and let's see. For Andrea, read 14 pages. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't do sprints on my channel. I haven't I probably should try to learn how to do it because it probably would be really fun, but I just haven't attempted it yet. I've been on sprints with other people, but never by myself. So, but okay, Morgan read another 2 chapters. I am really liking this book. Yeah, Love Comes Softly. So this is book 1 in this series. I don't know if it even has a name. I know it's book 1, but it is really interesting. If you've already read this book, or if you have seen the movie, it just picks up in the book. It picks up right away with this poor young, and she's really young. I haven't said her age yet, but she sounds really young. And her and her husband are traveling west, to make a life for themselves. They're, I think, been married maybe 18 months or so, something like that. Fairly, newlyweds. And while they're out at a stopping point, they haven't got to their destination yet. He dies while he's out looking for one of their horses, and he falls off a horse. And some men that live locally bring her husband back and tell her the bad news that her husband has passed away. And it's just awful for this young girl to be all by herself in this country. Her family's probably all back east, and her husband just passed away. And on that same day that they're burying the husband, a man that lives in that area makes her a proposition that will hopefully benefit both of them. Hey, there she's back.
Hello, I'm here. Made it home.
Well, that was pretty good.
Yeah, wasn't too bad. Oh, I guess I can take off the banner.
Yeah, I was like, I can't take off the banner. That's it.
There we go. We are good. All right. Have we caught up with the comments?
I haven't. Well, I was reading them off to the side.
Okay.
But you could look at those.
Good. I see. Jamie said she was about 10 when she first read Love Comes Softly.
Yeah, I was talking about how good this book is so far.
Yeah, I think I was like maybe 13 or 14 when I first read it. Wasn't Marty like 19 at the beginning of the story?
She's really young. I mean, she's right. The chapter I just read was she's trying to figure out how to cook, and she keeps.
I remember that.
She keeps making them pancakes because that's the only thing she knows how to make. And right now, she just burned. She was trying to make biscuits, and they came out like rocks. And she went outside and she buried them.
I remember that.
Away, but I guess they don't have trash can. No, she went and buried them. And
I think
he keeps saying, "Good coffee."
Yeah. I think her husband teaches her how to make coffee in there at some point, because she keeps making coffee and like it's like sludge. And
I haven't got to that.
I think there's if I remember correctly, he teaches her to add eggshells in the coffee, which I've never done, but I've heard like is a way to remove the weirdness.
I think they showed that in the movie because that sounds familiar. Because yeah, but yeah, he keeps saying good coffee. Oh, but he did say the previous day he's like, or that day before he went to work, he's like, I'm not going to take a second cup because I got to get going. So maybe you're right.
That's funny.
Because she's like, at least I can make coffee. She's thinking to herself.
Yeah.
That's good.
Jamie says the neighbor finally saves her cooking, right?
Oh, probably.
I don't know.
She has one lady that lives close by her.
Yeah. I was reading that in my book of diaries, they were talking about how like it was normal for girls to get married 15, 16 years of age.
Probably so.
On the Prairie Trail. Which is crazy. Like my kids are 17 and 15.
Oh, yeah.
You would imagine.
Yeah.
Miriam says she still needs to read Love Comes Softly. Yeah.
Yep.
Loved the movies growing up. That's hilarious. You're like half my age, I guess.
Well, when did that come out? That was a long time ago.
The movie?
The movie. Let me look.
I don't know. It wasn't that long ago, was it? It was in like the 2000s, maybe.
Because the one gal, she went on to be, she was on, what was that one TV show? I don't think she acts anymore, though. The actress? I haven't seen her in anything in a long time.
Jamie says, Miriam, it's so good. And Miriam says, haha, I'm all but 27. Yeah, I'm almost 20 years older than you.
Oh, you're right. 2003.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I was a fully grown adult when that came out. Miriam says she grew up in Little House. Love Comes Softly, Christy. Those were it in my home. Oh, Christy. Yes. I loved the Christy series.
Interesting. The Love Comes Softly movie, Michael Landon Jr. was the one that directed it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Is it Katherine Hagel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Paige says she saw the first movie. Yeah, that's all I've seen. I haven't seen any others. The first movie, anyway. Yeah.
And see,
yeah, my husband said we watched this series. You're thinking of When Calls the Heart.
Yeah, I am. You're right.
We watched that one, but same author. But then the series diverged greatly from her books.
That's when we stopped watching it.
Yeah.
I totally knew that too.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Yeah, the When Calls the Heart series is still going, but I mean, has literally nothing to do with the books anymore.
Is that by her as well? That author? Same author?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And initially they were following her storyline, but I don't know if they like disconnected from Jeanette Oak or I don't know. Still has the same name, but like.
Now that came out in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
That one I've never seen.
Yeah.
That was a Hallmark movie. I guess the other one was a Hallmark movie too.
What bothered me about the When Calls the Heart series was even from the beginning, they didn't work very hard to be historically accurate. There were a lot of anachronisms in the series, and I just found that irritating because I mean, I felt like Jeanette Oak's books were pretty historically accurate. I mean, I don't know. It's been a long time since I read them. Maybe they weren't really, but.
Same time period or different time period?
Approximately, maybe a little bit later. Like, because she does, like, she has the Love Comes Softly, which starts out with, like, the wagon train. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of them are more like frontier life or, like, early West. Like
Settler.
Settlers, small towns, but all in that basic time frame, mid to late 1800s, early 1900s. So, but yeah, been so many years since I read any of them. Lydia says, I never saw the movies and I think I only read one book in this series. It's a good series. It's like, like Karen Kingsbury. She wrote like a contemporary series of the Baxter family.
Mhm.
Which I read a few of those too. And that's another author when I was like a teenager, young adult. I read a lot of hers. But Jenna Oak, like that's the Love Comes Softly series is kind of like that. Like it follows all the family. It's a family saga. Yeah. Yeah. Miriam says the costumes in When Calls the Heart are atrocious. I know they're so historically inaccurate. And it started to really drive me crazy. Like they're pretty and everything, but
Didn't match. Oh well.
I was like, nobody wore those back then. Okay. Lydia says, we'll need to add to her list. Yes. The ever expanding TBR. Yeah. When Calls the Heart. It's supposed to be following the Canadian West series, but it didn't. Okay. I think it started out with good intentions. Love the storyline overall, but all the 21st century hairstyles and inaccurate period dress drove me insane. Same.
Wow. Now it makes me want to watch it just to see that.
Yes. I mean,
they didn't even attempt it, I guess.
No, I think they were just trying to make it look good, like visually, aesthetically pleasing. I don't think they cared too much about historical accuracy. And I feel like they were throwing vehicles in there before those vehicles would have been, like, maybe they would have existed, but certainly would not have been owned by people in, like, a town on the prairie kind of thing. Stuff like that. I was like, yeah, I didn't like that. Well, that sprint, I was on my way home, so I only had my Kindle. So I read a chapter in Common Sense by Thomas Paine because that's what I had on my Kindle. Had nothing to do with a Prairie Trail Readathon. So, but it was interesting. He was talking all about how the whole concept of monarchy is unbiblical. Because going back to 1st and 2nd Samuel, where the Israelites wanted a king.
Oh yeah.
And they were demanding a king of Saul and of Samuel. And Samuel kept saying, nope, God doesn't want you to have a king. The king is going to do this and that and the other thing.
And they still said, okay.
Yeah. And they still said,
we don't care. We still want one.
Yep. And so then he was going through how all those things that Samuel warned them of are still true of kings to this day. It's interesting. Very subversive for his time because, technically America was still being ruled by a king. We hadn't declared our independence yet.
Yeah.
At the time he wrote that. So interesting.
Since June I read books for your readathon. And then last month I read books. And you think when you hear about the revolution that they were all on board but they weren't. There were some that were still loyalists and they wanted to. And then there were some that were like waiting it out and to see where who ended up winning the war.
Right. Which way the cookie was going to crumble. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Well, what's funny is like, as far as I understand it, I mean, it's kind of off topic, but Thomas Paine was not like born and bred American. He actually came from England, I think as an adult or young adult. And so he was from England, but he's speaking in very forceful terms in this book against England and against King George III and against the whole concept of monarchy. And he's like even tearing apart the English Constitution as being terrible. And I was like, wow, go get him, buddy. Very interesting. So, goodness.
And they still have a monarchy.
Yeah.
Even after all these years.
Yeah. And he's towards the end of the chapter that I just read, he was talking about how he's like somehow like you still have this king, but the king doesn't do anything really. like except declare war and like one or two other things. But we're at that point in time. How much did he say? 8? No, that couldn't have been that much. 800,000 pounds sterling a year to support the king.
The royalty.
Like, yeah, was his salary? That sounds like a lot for 1790 something. Maybe it was 8,000 pounds. So I don't know. Whatever. It was a large number of pounds that was paid to the king yearly for doing nothing but being obnoxious. So, in his mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, he still doesn't do much. So kind of
Well, I remember watching did you ever watch the Crown series?
Mm-mm.
There was in one of the episodes, that was one of the things they were talking about, how the country was still having to pay for all of the royal family, and they were trying to pit. She was trying to go through and figure out what she didn't need or what she could get rid of. This is when she was old, when Queen Elizabeth was older.
Wow.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, all the excess there for a role that's largely, I mean, it's ceremonial primarily.
Yeah.
I understand it, but I don't know. We're very far removed from ideas of monarchy here, so it's kind of hard to fathom.
No.
So, all right. I think we've talked about like our books that we're looking forward to the most coming up in this readathon. But what about like the challenges? Are there any of the challenges that you don't know what you can read for them, or you are unsure of?
Like if they need recommendations.
Yeah, like if they need suggestions, or they maybe don't want to do them.
Or which one is the most? Let's see there. Which is the one? Oh, the one I know I'm not going to do because I'm not going to go on vacation, so I know I'm not going to do that one.
Yeah,
that activity one. What's that one?
That was I think that was like 12 miles a day or whatever.
Yeah.
I
don't know. They're all for me. They're all pretty. Like I know I can find something with them. With the books. Oh, the prompt that's probably the hardest is the one: read a genre that you don't normally read.
I was just about to say the same thing, because I don't think, because like most of these are going to be historical fiction, which I read all the time, or nonfiction, which I read not all the time, but I read. So I think probably the historical fantasy one would be the closest for me for that one. What was that one? The Far Journey, is that what it was called?
Yeah. A Journey Far or something.
Yeah. So that one, like the combination of time travel and Prairie Trail, that probably would be the one for me. The Snowstorm one.
The chills, one that gives you chills.
Yeah. That one, I think that
you can do like a suspense one for that, right?
Yes, a suspense. Although staying on topic for that would be kind of hard. I don't know how many suspense there are like set on.
Well, even some of these books might give you chills, like that one that you read, The Donner Party.
Yes, yeah, that one could work. Or I was thinking One More River to Cross. Although that could work for the river one as well. There's several that one could work for.
Yeah.
So, which is good, because I'm glad I have a few books like that could work for multiple prompts, because I'm randomly choosing the prompts as I go. It means a higher likelihood of fitting that book in there.
I did have the horror. I found one that's a horror.
Oh yeah.
Anybody wants to read a horror one?
Yeah, there you go.
But I mean, some people may not read middle grade books.
That's true, and I don't read a lot of middle grade, so
you can do that.
Yeah, and that would be easy to fit in What was it? Oh, I need to write on the back of these cards what the actual prompt is because some of them I don't remember. What was
And I did
injury?
find those fairy tale retellings. If you don't normally read a fairy tale retelling, I found
Yeah,
them.
I don't read a lot. It's not like I don't read it, but let's see. I'm trying to find the list of prompts and challenges because I can't remember what they are.
All mine are in my closet. I have them all in a basket with they're my bookmarks for the.
Oh, nice.
So.
Oh yeah. So injury is a book that might trigger you. And that one I have a few. Again, that one's not going to be a problem. Like One More River to Cross might be one of them. Mountain Pass. I think that's nonfiction, right?
Nonfiction, yeah.
And I'm already doing that, although I have that for the loneliness and isolation prompt. Let's see. Andrea says, I have post-it notes on the covers of each of my 10 books for 10 different challenges. Might swap one for the book on haul for more points if I have time to sift through some books. That's a good idea. Actually, to keep myself straight, I should do that too. I like that.
And I'm definitely going to unhaul this month. So I'll get my at least 5. So I can get my 5.
Yes. 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 One More River to Cross for Snowstorm. Yeah, because there's even like a snowstorm on the cover, right?
Yeah.
And what was that series again, Alma? I forgot to look them up the other day.
Which one? The fairy tale ones? The fairy tale ones are... I think it's called Oregon Ever After. The trigger puppeteer for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yeah, Alma and I were saying earlier, Sarah, that that actually might be one of the easiest prompts to fill for the readathon because so many terrible things happened to the people on the Oregon Trail. Okay, if it wasn't the dysentery, it was falling off a mountain.
Can't see that one, huh? The fairy tale retelling is the Oregon Ever After.
Oregon Ever After.
And it's by Morgan Dawson.
That sounds fun.
I thought they were cute, and they're novellas. They're only like 100 pages, so they're fun, nice, quick read.
Yeah. Lydia says she can't think of one for the Second Chance Author Challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's of course very individual, so it's hard to do recommendations.
Your Jane Kirkpatrick one would count for that too, right?
Yeah, for me, the Jane Kirkpatrick could work for that if I wanted to try Sandra Dallas again.
Oh, there you go.
I don't think I'm up for that this year, but that could count. Jane Kirkpatrick for sure. I can't think of any others that would work for me.
It could be. It doesn't have to be author though, is it? Is it just author, second chance author, or book?
Or book, yeah.
Like soft DNF or something,
right? Mm-hmm. Which I don't know that I have any of those either. Andrea says she jotted it down this time. Oh, good. Sarah says, right, but I'm also doing the mood readings. So yeah, it does make it kind of tricky. Well, there are a lot of other challenges. So,
well, even if you do the mood reading, you can still maybe find, you just don't you'll get the 1 point rather than the full points. Like if you do a different book that's not set in the Prairie Trail.
Yeah. Wagon Wheel Repair, that was the unhauling, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. And then Log Cabin is building a TBR. That's easy because, at least those of us on BookTube, we typically do a TBR. I already have enough other bucket lists or read these books or toss them kind of things. So I don't need to do any more of those, but I will make a September TBR at some point.
Or if you do like a fall book that you want to do.
Right. Yeah. Like that sort of thing. And I am actually going on vacation in August. How about the rest of you? Is anybody else going on vacation in August? I know a lot of people are getting back to school.
They're already back. Yeah, already back in school.
Yeah. Heat stroke, reading outside. I mean, that's easy. My problem is, my problem is the bugs. They bite me. That's the thing that I don't like.
Well, and today was pouring rain.
Yeah.
And then after it's done, it's just so muggy.
Yeah.
So maybe by the end of the month.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do more books than I do activities.
The starvation prompt, which is not reading at all for a day. Like, can any of us do that?
There's too many books to read. I'm not gonna be able.
I know.
I'll save that for the last if I finish all my books that I want.
There you go.
But that never happens.
August 31st.
I'm always down to the wire. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are days when I get so busy doing something that I don't actually read until I get to bed.
Yeah.
And then I only have like 20 minutes to read and I'm tired and I go to sleep. So there are days when I get really close to that, but I mean, I do think I read every day, at least a little bit. So.
Well, it doesn't have to be reading fiction either. I mean, if you read your Bible every day or something.
That's true.
Then
that's true. Well, we'll say that reading your Bible is excluded.
Doesn't count.
Everybody should read their Bible, okay? So don't starve yourself from the Word of God. You got to get that in, okay?
So not full starvation.
Yeah, not full starvation.
Diet.
That's right. It is going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. And you don't have to read a triggering book. That's one prompt out of many. So, you can take it easy. Staycation for you. Yeah, that's fun too. If by vacation you mean going to back to work. No, that's sad. That's very sad. I'm sorry. We're visiting family in New York one weekend in August. Well, hey, that counts.
There you go.
It's vacation. First 9 pages. A wedding. Decapitation. Deception. Murder, trial, and a funeral. I'm not sure what that word is.
What book is she reading again?
That's the Greek one, the ancient Greek one, I think.
Oh, is that the Greek one? Oh.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Those Greeks.
Well, at least they had a trial.
Violent people, yeah. Oh, goodness. That is quite a lot going on. Hey, talk about a book that triggers you.
Yeah.
That would fit for that, right? So does anybody have for Fort reread a favorite? If I end up drawing this one, I might actually pick up Love Comes Softly if I can, because I don't have a hard copy. I don't know if I can get it easily anywhere, but that would definitely be one.
The library should have it.
Yeah, I would think so. I've never looked to see if they do, but they might, or it might be at least on Hoopla.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my library doesn't have as much. I mean, they have a decent selection of Christian fiction.
Mine
but I feel like they remove books that are older or less popular. So I'm not sure that they would have physical copies of any of Jeanette Oak's books, but they should have digital copies on Hoopla because they have a pretty good collection on Hoopla. I can almost always find what I need on Hoopla. Not every time, but a lot of times.
Our library got rid of Hoopla. It was so sad.
I would die. Oh my.
I mean, we still have Libby, but we used to have Libby and Hoopla.
Yeah.
And I'd get a lot of my more audio on the Hoopla side, but the budget, they couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, that stinks. Well, the good thing for me is I live in the richest county in the United States. So we have a lot of tax money coming in.
Yeah.
So I think that will hopefully not be a problem for me, but that would be very sad. Not that I use my Hoopla an awful lot. Like I don't ever max it out. But it is nice to have it because it's a reliable source of books that I can't find otherwise.
Right. And we even watched movies on it. And then we would stream it onto our TV, which was really nice. So.
Yeah. Andrea says she doesn't think she's using Fort, but she would do Peterson's Heart of the Frontier series for that. If she were, yes, Tracy Peterson. Jamie says she might read The Californians. That's Lori Wick, right? And then Little House. Oh, yeah. Little House on the Prairie is another one. Or Lonesome Dove would fit that prompt for me, but I don't think I have time to fit in Lonesome Dove this month. Yeah, that one is a bit of a chunker.
Yeah.
That one almost made it to my recommendations video, but the year was wrong. It wasn't quite old enough, if I remember correctly. Like it was, I think it was published in the 80s, maybe. Yeah, I use Hoopla more than Libby because my library doesn't have much on Libby. And
Really? Wow.
yeah, and what they do have is a lot of audio, and I just can't do audio, both time wise, but also like just I don't know, auditory processing is not my preferred method of anything, any sort of consumption. So I have to read it, like look at the text on a page. Otherwise it doesn't, I have to concentrate too hard. And I don't like that. Well, I'm currently using Libby to listen to Counting Miracles by Nicholas Sparks. I have not heard that title by him.
He's got a lot of them though.
Yeah, he's got a lot of titles. I've only read a couple of books by him. Yeah, 1986. That's what I was thinking. Although it seems like it should be older than that. But yeah.
Did you ever watch the miniseries?
Me? I never did. No. And I've never read the book either. Is the series good?
That's a show that I can watch over and over and over again.
Mm.
It's so good.
Have you read the book? Have you read the book?
No, I was supposed to read it last year and I never got around to it. Close the door. Because it is a chunker.
Mm-hmm.
So I still have it. It's on my to read one of these days. Because I've heard it's really good. And if it's better than the miniseries, that means it's really good.
Yeah. Jamie says she was intrigued by this one because it is a Job retelling.
Oh my goodness.
Which one is that?
Great.
I can't remember.
Is that the Counting Miracles?
Ah, yeah, she literally just said that. Yep. Hello, Lucy. Are you on break or are you done working? I saw something about it, wanted to check it out. Yeah, that would be cool. A retelling of Job. I mean, depressing maybe, but yeah. I read, was it Misu Andrews wrote biblical fiction about Job? Love Among the Ashes or something like that.
Oh, is that the Job story?
Yeah, that was really good. That's probably one of my favorite biblical fiction books.
I don't know if I've read her. I have a couple books that I found at thrift stores from her, but I haven't read. I don't think I've read any of them yet.
Yeah. Closing the store, then hoping to read when I get off. How late are y'all sprinting? Well, let's see. I think I will fit in one more sprint. So hurry up and go home, and we'll try to do one more sprint. I don't know how much longer my voice is going to hold out.
Yeah. It's late for us though too. What time is it? Is it 10?
Yeah, for me.
It's 10:30.
Yeah, it's 10:30. So 11 o'clock is when I typically go to bed. So, let's see. Jamie, say hi. Definitely better than the mini series.
See, oh my goodness. See, I have to read it.
Jamie read Love Amid the Ashes. Yeah, I thought that was the name of it, and enjoyed it. We don't close for another 5 minutes. I have to wait for Steve to get off. Well, that's a bummer. Head out. I'll be home before you're done. Probably not, sadly. It is very sad. The joys of working retail.
Yeah.
I worked retail for several years. I worked in a Yankee Candle, actually. And me and all of my belongings smelled like candles. My winter coat.
Good smell.
I mean, yeah, it's better than like burgers and grease, right?
Yeah, exactly.
My winter coat would smell like candles. Yes, it is very sad.
when I worked retail, I was like right out of high school, so it was fun for me. Now I don't think I'd like it.
Yeah.
But back
Yeah.
then it was fun, like my first job, and
Yeah.
I didn't mind being out late closing or anything like that.
Yeah. Oh, how did I not leave with headaches? Yeah, a lot of people actually asked me that, but I wasn't
You
sensitive.
probably got used to it.
Yeah. But I don't think I ever was really sensitive to the things. I don't think that I would do it now because now, I mean, I will occasionally burn candles, scented candles, because I like it, but I'm more aware now of the dangers of, the fragrances and stuff, artificial fragrances.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know that I would do it now. And I might have more headaches now just because I haven't been exposed to it that much. Most of my adult life since then, but I didn't mind it then. I actually kind of liked it. And I got 50% off employee discount. So that was nice. I think I still have a couple candles from then
Oh my goodness.
that I bought then like 20 years ago. So, all right, let's see. I had several different retail jobs over the years, including TJ Maxx. However, my favorite was Office Max. Interesting.
Ooh.
Huh.
Yeah, Office Max would be fun. Would be good.
Yeah, my husband worked Staples when he went to college. And he got up to a management position, I think, like, like an assistant manager or something. And he did work part-time at Staples at some points in our married life. I don't know that well, I guess he enjoyed it to an extent. Oh. All right.
Right.
Hope you get home safely, and I hope you're able to read some tonight. Jamie says bye. All right, let's do one more short sprint, like a 20-minute sprint.
Okay.
And then we'll close out. So hold on a second. I need to set up my thing here real quick. That one. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. So we'll be back in 20 minutes, same time, 50, 10 till.
Okay.
And then we'll close up. All right. All right. So, how did everybody do? I finished a chapter and started another one in Where the Lost Wander.
Mhm. Have you ever read an Amy Harmon book?
I have not. No, I've wanted to. But that's my first one.
I really
So,
like her.
yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, Jeanette says she just got home, was excited to see we were still sprinting, so I could at least pop in and say hello. Hello. Your ambiance made me smile as we went to a sunflower farm today. Oh, that's so kind.
Cool.
I love it.
Sunflower farm.
I bought a sunflower at the farmer's market today.
Hmm.
One of the vendors was selling them for $2. Andrea read 11 pages. This book, Remember My Royalty, is off to a great start. The trio of siblings just got off a covered wagon and found their uncle.
Mhm.
Oh, very cool. And then Morgan read a chapter. Did you get any reading done, Alma?
I started reading my The Hope of Azure Springs.
Okay.
That one starts where they find a young woman out in the field and she's been shot.
Oh my.
Yeah. So
That's quite cool.
I'm reading that one for Jeanette's her bingo, Christian
Oh, yeah.
fiction bingo, because her prompt is law enforcement.
Yeah.
And so there's a sheriff that's investigating who shot her
Yeah.
and where she comes from. So it's interesting.
Well, that's cool. That sounds interesting. Yeah, mine for that one is Romancing the Bride. The guy is like the town marshal. I don't know that he stays the town marshal for the whole story, but he is at the beginning at any rate.
Mhm.
And I guess it's still in the time frame, and it's like settling land. Like they live in the Wyoming territory, and she's trying to like build a ranch. Her husband has died, and she's trying to like they came out west to build a life, and she's trying to do that. So it's kind of like post wagon train, but like settling the frontier. So, and that one is A Marriage of Convenience.
Mhm.
So for people who like that, thanks for coming, Andrea.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Oh yeah, so glad you could be here. Jamie listened to another couple chapters and went and pulled a book I might try to get to, a Christian fictional account of the founding family of Seattle.
Wow.
Whoa, what's that called? It's National Sunflower Day.
Oh, look at that. You picked the perfect ambiance for
Look at that. I didn't even know. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Jamie,
what book is that? Yeah.
what's the title?
Are you planning to do any more sprints this month? I know you're going back to school and you're on vacation, so you might not have time.
Right. I didn't schedule any because I wasn't sure what I would actually be able to do.
Yeah.
So I would like to though.
Or maybe at the end.
Yeah. I would love to do a closing one, like
Just to see what everybody read.
August 31st is what day? Or I think I had thought about doing it September 1st, maybe. Which is a Tuesday night.
Yeah, September 1st is a Tuesday.
Yeah. Because by then, like, everybody will have finished reading. But then I guess the 31st makes more sense to actually sprint because we can do our last, like, finish our last books.
Yeah.
Whatever
Monday,
we're doing.
I don't know. I don't think anybody sprints on Mondays, right?
I don't know.
That I watch anyway. Because I know Lucy does Wednesdays.
Yes.
And Jeanette does Tuesdays.
Every other Tuesday.
And
right?
Em does Thursdays.
Yeah.
But I don't know of anybody that does Mondays, so you wouldn't be.
Yeah, wouldn't be getting in anybody's way.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be good. Probably. My only concern about that is that is our first full week of school, and it's Monday night.
Mhm.
So I might be like, but I could still probably manage to do swings. Good night, Paige. Enjoy your Greek book. Okay, Sweetbriar and this sweet. Oh, that's another like vintage.
That an
potion.
older author as well?
Yeah, I want
Brenda
to say
Willoughby?
I've never read it, but I feel like I've seen that around. Yeah, I'm going to try, Andrew. I'm definitely going to try for sure. At this point, let's go ahead and plan on August 31st. But if we do another one, I'm not sure because yeah, I'm going to be gone and have teacher training, and then school starting. So I have to figure out when I can squeeze that in. Jeanette, add that one to your want to read list. Yeah, you would probably like it. Have you read anything by Melissa Yeagers? Jeanette, that's the author of that one. Yes, thank you, Jamie. It was so good. The Old Harvest House. Oh yeah, back in the day. Yeah, back when they published actual Christian fiction, not just Christian adjacent. August 31st, same time. Yeah, 8 Eastern Standard would be my time. That works best for me because by then my family is fed and I typically don't have any responsibilities at that point, so I can just relax until it's time for me to go to bed. So Jeanette says she hasn't read that. Yeah, they're good. Like it's been a few years since I read anything by her. And I think all of her books are like historical romances set in like frontier towns or small Western/Midwestern towns. And if I remember correctly, she has like a good amount of humor. I don't know that they're necessarily like rom-com, but they have a good amount of humor in them. So, okay, good. Yeah, it seems to be a decent time for most people. It's not too late for the people in my time zone. It is maybe a little early for people on the West Coast, but it cuts into dinner time. But yeah. So, all right. So that'll be the plan. Let's plan on August 31st for sure. Same time. And we can finish up whatever we haven't read. Pack in the last ones. But between now and then, I just stay tuned. I'll let you guys know. It may be impromptu. So I might show up one day and say, okay, let's read. So.
And then also as you're finishing, if you're on the team, make sure to log your points.
Yes.
For your books.
Yeah. And in both of those groups, I pinned at the top of the page
the login, the place where we had to log in.
Yeah, the Google form. And the Google form, originally I had said like in Discord, but it was just easier to use a Google form. So enter your points via the Google form. And then that way it collects them in a spreadsheet for me. And it's easier for me to tabulate also. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. That was fun.
Thank you for having it.
Yes. And I actually read a lot today, so I'm excited. Yay. Making good progress. All right. Well, I'll see you all in Discord. And
have a blessed night.
August 31st. You too. Bye.
Bye.